Did you know there are places in the world where light and hope never reach? Prisons that don't just lock up the body but trap the soul. Hidden away are the darkest crimes, the ones never meant to be uncovered. One of these places is El Salvador's Terrorism Confinement Center, where the most dangerous criminals, gang leaders, and terrorists are kept. But here's the thing. Did you ever wonder if all the extreme security really keeps everything under control? Or is there something darker, something we haven't even started to uncover, hiding behind these walls? Today, we're going inside one of the deadliest prisons in the world. Every brick here, every layer of security tells a story. But what if that story has a hidden chapter? What if there's more we haven't seen, more that's been carefully concealed? Stick with me as we venture into the heart of this place, where brutality takes over and the darkest secrets remain locked away. Are you ready to face the horrors and uncover truths that have never been told before? And hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. You won't want to miss the next part of this journey into the world's most dangerous prisons. Now here's something you might not know. In a place like this, freedom isn't just behind bars, it's a wall you can never cross. To even get inside, you have to pass through 7 layers of security, each one tighter than the last. It's a system designed not just to hold people, but to keep everything inside. But does it really work? I mean, think about it. Can walls that thick really control everything? Could there be a flaw somewhere? Something hidden? A detail that no one noticed? Something that could tear down this whole illusion of control? Inside, technology reigns. Cell phone jammers block every signal, making sure nothing gets out. No whispers, no calls. But in a place like this, where everything depends on information, is it possible someone could still find a way to get a message out? Could a secret slip through without anyone noticing? Look at the prisoners, locked behind thick glass, watched at every moment. But even in this seemingly perfect system, one question keeps popping up. Is this really control, or is something slipping through the cracks? Could there be someone, something, escaping the invisible walls that keep everyone in check? In this high-tech prison, everything is captured, every moment controlled. But here's the thing. What if it's all an illusion? What if there's a truth hidden in the shadows that could change everything we think we know about this place? Inside these walls, darkness is constant. The light from the outside is blocked, and every prisoner is left in a cell with nothing but a tiny hole in the ceiling. Just enough light to remind them of the world they'll never see again. But this isn't just a prison. It's a place where lives are buried and humanity is stripped away, where time itself stands still. You know, there's something about this place that's hard to shake. These dark, cramped cells. This is where the prisoners spend every waking moment. The light? Well, it barely makes it through a tiny hole in the ceiling, just enough to remind them of the outside world they'll never see again. Inside these walls, time seems to stop. Everything is erased. But here's the thing. These cells aren't just a place to be locked up. For those who step out of line, there's a place even darker, a level of this prison most people never see. These are the isolation cells, and they're not just for holding, they're for breaking. Inside, there's nothing but a cold concrete slab, no mattress, no comfort. The only light? That same tiny hole in the ceiling. They're cut off from the world, no visits, no contact. They're alone in a way no one should ever be. But here's the real question. Is this punishment, or is it just a way to break them, to control every part of their lives? But you have to ask yourself, are these punishments really about justice, or are they just tools for something darker? Are these walls meant to protect society, or are they here to strip away everything human about the people inside, leaving only shells of who they once were? Everything is controlled here, every step, every sound. But at what cost? In a place like this, where every detail is monitored, can true justice ever exist? Or is it all just a game of domination, disguised as order? Inside these walls, every inmate is a story, a legend of violence and bloodshed. Some of these men are responsible for more than 200 murders. But let me ask you, is that all? Or are there deeper, darker crimes hidden beneath the surface that no one dares reveal? We've heard their stories: murder, kidnapping, and worse. But do we know everything? Do we understand the depth of their darkness? Here's the kicker. Some of these men were once enemies, members of notorious gangs like Mara Salvatrucha and 18. They fought wars on the streets, but now they're forced to live together, side by side in this prison. So what happens when enemies become roommates? Is there an unspoken truce? Or is something even darker brewing in this hellish place? What happens when the past and present collide? These men aren't just prisoners of the law, they're prisoners of their own past, haunted by the violence they've left behind. And as long as they remain inside these walls, their past will always be with them. But here's the thing, how much of their dark history is still buried inside this place? What secrets are still waiting to be uncovered? You can see it in their eyes, the weight of what they've done. The ghosts of their past never leave. And when they're alone with their thoughts, with their old letters, those memories come flooding back. But still, there's so much we don't know. What secrets are they hiding? What truths are we not meant to uncover? And honestly, I can't help but wonder, do we really know the full extent of what's happened here? Are we looking at the whole picture? Or are there things we're not meant to see? Secrets buried deep in files that no one dares to open? Could there be truths that will never come to light? You know, there's something off about these files. Some of them are marked with red tape, others are worn and old, but they all feel like they're hiding something no one wants to face. What if these records hold crimes that have never been explained, buried deep in the prison system, locked away from the public? Could there be things here, within these walls, that no one's dared to investigate fully? Is there someone or something still lurking in the shadows, hiding darker secrets than we could ever imagine? And did you hear the whispers? Stories of escape attempts, criminals still pulling strings from behind bars, using their influence even while locked up. What if these criminals manage to manipulate the system? What if the network they've built from within these walls is far bigger and more powerful than we've ever realized? There are stories of escape attempts that were never fully explained. Could it be that the lines between criminals inside and those outside are blurred? Could these inmates still be controlling things from the inside? What if their influence stretches far beyond the prison walls, feeding a hidden network of power? What if we're missing something? Maybe the truth is harder to face. A criminal empire thriving behind these prison walls, more powerful than anyone imagined. How far does it really go? And what happens when these secrets finally come to light? But here's the real question. Have we uncovered everything? Is there a secret buried deep inside this place? One the authorities don't want us to know? And what about the crimes that have never been revealed? Could they still be happening, unfolding right before our eyes, in the shadows of these cold, unforgiving halls? Every corner of this place holds something hidden. The stories we've uncovered are only a small part of the bigger picture. What if everything we've seen so far is just the beginning of something much darker? Stick with us as we continue to peel back the layers of mystery in one of the world's most dangerous prisons. In the next video, we'll uncover even more chilling secrets. Secrets that could change everything we thought we knew about life behind bars. And if you feel that pull to keep searching, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a step in our journey to uncover what still hides on this earth. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.